I. And we started asking, who do they think I am? We traded a lot of truth for distraction. And the worst part is the distractions got really, really effing good. Scary, sexy, addictively good. So we engineered apps that hijack our nervous system. We have news cycles that feed off of our cortisol and our stress. We have algorithms now that weaponize our attention. We have cultures that are built on outrage and tribal division. If you live in America, you're in the middle of it. And we didn't just forget all these ancient truths. We built a world designed to choke the life out of them. And if you look around, you can see the symptoms everywhere. Anxiety's normal. Depression is common. Addiction is everywhere. Loneliness is an epidemic we're in the middle of. Attention spans are collapsing. People don't even know how to be bored. Replaced wisdom with content. Contemplation with distraction. We became the most technologically advanced species in history and simultaneously the most spiritually disconnected. Again, it's not because this truth just disappeared somehow. It's because the noise got louder than the signal. The ancient warning was not a metaphor. It was a prophecy. And the prophecy is, if you forget yourself, you will forget everything that matters. But there's another part the ancients also agreed on. Once the illusion gets to the point where it gets unbearable, once the noise gets super overwhelming, once the ego starts to look like a crazy Jenga tower, that's when people start to wake up. And right now, in this era, in this generation, we are seeing that start to happen. The illusions are cracking. The distractions aren't working as well as they used to. My friend Sean Ryan did an entire series about this called PSYOP. People are starving for something real, and they don't know why. And this brings us to this final section. What did the ancients say about this awakening? Is it really an awakening? And what is it going to mean for our life? So if forgetting makes us suffer, then remembering is what sets us free. And every ancient tradition, every one, with no exception, they didn't just warn us about ego and fear and illusion. It also left very detailed instructions for what happens after the collapse. They left us a roadmap for waking up. And the patterns are unbelievably clear once you know what to look for. And they don't give you a bunch of rules and dogma and rituals, just internal transformations. So let me show you exactly what they said. Number one, waking up begins with truth. In the Bible, in John 8:32, the truth will set you free. Not obedience, not faith, truth. Truth about yourself, about the mind, about fear and ego. Truth is the solvent that dissolves the illusion. In the Avestra, which is a Zoroastrian text, we see the quote, "Truth is the best good. It is the everlasting light." From the Buddha, we see the quote, "There are three things that cannot remain hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth." Every awakening starts here. The moment we stop running from reality and start seeing it. This is why suffering is what happens before awakening. Because pain breaks the illusion that we all kind of hide behind. So number two, waking up requires presence. Every tradition says awakening doesn't happen in the future, not someday. It doesn't happen when you're healed and calm and ready. The Buddha tells us, don't dwell on the past, don't dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. In the Tao Te Ching, they say if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present. And Jesus said this in the book of Matthew 6:34. Do not worry about tomorrow. If we read Plato, he says time is the moving image of eternity. It's just right now. Presence is not a spiritual idea. You can get rid of the whole concept of the word spiritual. It's a doorway back into reality. The ancients were not saying be mindful. What they're telling us is stop living in an illusion. Don't live in a fake world. Number three, waking up requires compassion and service. And every single ancient text links awakening with compassion. And it's not compassion because you're a morally good person. It's compassion because you recognize the truth. Because if I see you as myself, compassion isn't morality. It's just me taking care of me. If you read the Quran, you see the quote, give to the needy, the orphan, the captive. In the Bible, it says, love your neighbor as thyself, as yourself. In the Analects, Confucius 12:2 says, a gentleman seeks virtue. And Plato says, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Compassion is something that we recognize. We don't learn it, we recognize it. So once you stop believing that you're separate, love and compassion becomes the only behavior that makes any sense at all. It doesn't mean like I'm a good moral person. It just means I'm acting in something that makes perfect sense. Step 4, waking up requires stillness and self-knowledge. This shows up everywhere. In the Upanishads, we see, know thyself and you shall know the universe. Socrates said the unexamined life is not worth living. In the Yoga Sutras, yoga is the stilling of the mind. In the ancient Nag Hammadi text, which is in Gnostic Christianity, it's a type of Christianity. Know yourself and you will be free. And the Buddha tells us, in stillness, truth reveals itself. Awakening is not adding new ideas. Never, ever let somebody sell you on this idea. It's not going out and buying beads and adding new ideas. This is removing noise. Awakening is about stripping stuff away, removing illusions and stories and ego and fear, until what's left is the thing that was always there. It's you without a distortion. And number 5, waking up transforms suffering into wisdom. In the Bible, in Romans 5:3, suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. In Buddhism, we have the 4 noble truths. Suffering is the path to enlightenment. If you look in the Bhagavad Gita, you'll see, in compassion, I destroy the darkness of ignorance with the lamp of knowledge. In the Egyptian pyramid texts, they say the soul ascends through trials. The ancients are not giving us some brochure promising us a life with no suffering. They're promising you a life where suffering becomes a catalyst for something. Which brings us to point number 6 about awakening. Waking up is just remembering what you are. When you put all these pieces together, truth, presence, compassion, stillness, transformation, every ancient tradition lands in the same place. Awakening is not becoming something new. It's remembering something ancient, something deeper and original that you've always been. If you look in the Kabbalah, they say each soul is a spark of the infinite. On the Emerald Tablet, it says all is one. In the Popol Vuh, humans are the divine remembering itself. The final step of awakening isn't learning a bunch of new motivational bullshit. It's recognition. It's a flash of remembering, oh, I'm not separate. I never was. I just forgot for a minute. Awakening is not a destination that you get to. It is a return home. And it will be shitty at first. And if this didn't feel new to you, it's because it wasn't. You are remembering. I think the real unsettling part isn't how radical any of this is. It's how obvious it feels once we hear it. You were never missing something. You were taught to forget. And awakening doesn't feel like fireworks and stuff like that. It feels like stress. Then it feels like relief. It's like you're setting down a huge ass backpack that you didn't realize you were carrying because you've been holding it your entire freaking life. The pressure to become somebody, to prove something, to defend yourself, all of that built on this misunderstanding. The world does not change when you wake up. Your relationship to the world is what changes. Fear loses its authority. Ego loses its grip on you. The noise stops convincing you that it matters. It's just because you saw something clearly. And the truth was never really hidden. It was just waiting. Love you. Take care.